Sure is nice looking over that, seeing that half our work is done, if not more. Hello everyone, Prince Good here. Welcome back to Legends of the Breath of the Wild. Uh, it really hit me the other day when I was taking a break from recording this that though I've been sitting down and recording this constantly for several hours at a time, through the short span of time on my end, I've almost completed this game and we're almost done with the journey. I mean, look at what's left on the map to complete. Literally the west coast of Hyrule, and then this peninsula or province we're in right now. Crazy, isn't it? Anyway, so this guy isn't really a side quest, but it's something fun you can do. It's quite high. If only I was a bad man. Boo! Look, where'd you come from? Don't scare me like that. How did you get up here? I suppose you could ask me the same question. You see, I have dedicated my life to the study of birdmen. The flight mechanics fascinate me. Given the weight, it should be physically impossible for them to fly with wings of their size. I just don't get it. I was standing on the ground watching the skies, and suddenly this tower erupted beneath my feet. I've been stuck up here since with no way to get down. But my misfortune is a blessing in disguise. You see, this tower is a perfect place to observe birdmen in their natural habitat. Oh my, now that you've climbed up here, how will you get down without falling? I suppose you're stuck here too. I'll just float down, dude. What, you can fly? No. Falling with style. There's a big difference. You can fly like a birdman? Is that true? Well, I thought it was impossible for hiding to fly like a birdman. It's more like gliding then. That's still a step in the right direction. He understands it, at least. If I can analyze your glide distance and trajectory, it may help us understand the science of birdman flight. Then maybe one day I'll finally realize my dream of becoming a bird. Would you mind participating in a short research study? I want to see how far you can glide. You'll be compensated for your time travel, depending on how far you fly, so how about it? Sure, I'll do it. Marvelous. Oh, our findings today prove to be the cornerstone of birdman research for generations to come. However, you are merely gliding, not flying, making this rather dangerous research project. As such, a liability fee of 20 rupees must be necessary to proceed. You know, in case you file an accident report. Fair enough. Alright. Landing elevation, wind direction, stamina usage. Keep all these in mind as you consider the farthest destination you can reach by gliding. If you're ready, let's take to the skies. Birdman Research Study! Go! So he'll point you out that direction, and I'm going to get out here just to see if I can get a feel for wind. So yes, which way the wind is blowing, which I don't think there's any wind right now, so... Actually, the wind looks like it's at our front. Yes. So the basic idea is you're going to want to jump and fly off. You're going to want to jump and fly in perfect, that's perfect. The wind's going perfect right now. You're going to want to fly in a direction that gets you the furthest distance. Now, generally speaking, unless you get the ability for a coming up shrine. Oh, now the wind's in our face. Dang it. Unless you get the ability from an upcoming divine beast, this won't be as impressive as you think it could be. But the goal is still the same. Still all the same. You want to aim for. You want to go as far as you possibly can through the air and manage your stamina as doing so. Now, if you hit about 500 meters, you basically have gotten back all your money from this. If not a little bit more. But we're trying to see if we can't weasel a little. I guess we're not going to get too much further than 650. Because I can't bank hard enough to... Dang it. I couldn't bank hard enough to get down the river there. Otherwise I was going to try and flow down the river. Anyway. So now we got that handled. You get teleported back, thank God. Marvelous! What a breathtaking flight! I've never dreamed a heli can fly 673.2 meters. Your methods have been unconventional. I didn't see you flap your arms once, but they were effective. The field of birdman research will benefit greatly from this data. You deserve heavy compensation for your stellar efforts. Please take this. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. So, if you're still up for it, why not glide down again? The world of Bedman research waits for no one. I'm good. Thank you, though. Okay, but please do come back soon. It's very boring up here. Alright, Brandley. You have fun. You have fun up here on your perch. Now, we did pass by a shrine doing all that, and I kind of want to see how much everything we can get. So, I think we'll take a circular motion here, where we'll start here, we'll come down this way, and then once we get to these two stars I have here, one is the memory, one is a quest from ages ago. Once we get down here, and we turn in the quest like around here somewhere, then we'll teleport, we'll loop back up and around this way, and we'll finish in the center here. So that's my plan right now. Later, nerd, have fun dying up here. What was that? You're doing a great job. Oh, thank you. He's gonna starve to death. Uh-huh. I'm sorry, it's too easy to pick on that guy. He's literally stuck out there. And he won't climb down anyway. So going through here, normally you'd be coming from... Normally coming here, you would probably be approaching from this area, Central Hyrule, but we kind of did from Woodland up through down here and whatnot. But you can approach this bridge right over here. The Karok Bridge is where you would reach this Breach of Demise. So you'd be coming from the opposite side of this place, going through so many moblin camps. But, we went this way. Again, the beauty of an open world game is you may approach it and attack it from any angle you feel is fit for your tactics. So when I started the series, I have thought, I'm going to finish this thought before I go in. When I started the series, I have thought that I was going to explore all but, well, again, effectively all but the west coast, because it's a cold area, we need some cold gear, which we'll get short at some point. But my whole plan was to do every area except for areas with divine beasts, and then circle around and do the divine beast secondary. But I figure breaking it, doing areas without divine beasts and then areas with divine beasts, kind of breaking it up is a much better attack strategy. Anyway, as I sit here with a drink in my hand, I have to enter the shrine. Don't worry, I'm drinking water. Staying properly hydrated today. I just saw our shrine count as it was loading in here. Including this one, we have 43 shrines to go. 4-3. If you think about it, we'll be averaging like 9 shrines an area. Average, that is. Oh yes, this place. Okay, so this place is weird and fun. How many regular arrows do we have? I should have bought some more of these off camera now that I think about it. Oh well. Whole idea is just to push that in so it opens something. Oh, opens the other ball. And then this ball can be used as... Is it a weight or do we just throw it in the door? Oh, we just throw it in the door. And that should activate that up there. There you go. And then we can finally talk about the elephant in the room. He really wishes we would stop talking about him. He is very sensitive about his protrusion off his face. But the whole basic premise of this part is that we basically have to bop and fly right in. It's not a hard thing. It's not a hard thing to deal with. It's just, I don't know. Attacking something like this from just the right third 3D perspective space to get a thing. Okay, is there a treasure in here? Am I already done? No? Well, let's do this. I'm already halfway there, so let's see. Okay, nothing in there. Is there just a oh, it's probably back here. No? Is there just no treasure in here? I mean, I won't be that surprised. I'm still a little surprised, but I won't be that surprised. Unless it's hiding up there. I don't know, we'll get a vantage point and see what we got over here. Oh yeah, it is over here, okay. They didn't have much to play with in this shrine, so they just kind of hid it right behind something obvious. Oh. What am I using for bows, by the way? You know, I should actually use this wood bow while I've got it, because it's probably the weakest, oddly enough. But we won't replace our current bow with, or any bows we have with that. I sound like I'm promoting the headphone brand, by the way. That's just me, though. So yeah, there was the royal bow. That's your treasure chest in here. Nice bow. It probably would actually be like, well, actually no, though. I think all these bows are like locked to be certain things. They don't fluctuate with how far you're in the game. Maybe, I don't know. I don't have any certainties or yeses or nos here. And look at that, just in time for sunrise. Now, before we go any further, I have to... Well, this is a big one in the middle, so we'll leave that. But so we have to hit up this place right about here. Oh, my stamp didn't go away. Stamp, what are you doing? You make me look a fool. He look kind of like a fool. Okay. So I want to head this way? Yes, I do. Alright, awesome. So the Hyrule Ridgeland. Unfortunately, nothing really sticks out about it. You know, I just had a thought. We have not seen Kilton in a while. I'll take a little detour down here because I have a feeling like there's something out here. And if there isn't, we'll meet back up at the main path. You hide some treasure? No? Nothing out here. Okay, unless that's a... No, it can't be a Talos. They wouldn't put it in water because they would die in water. There's a lot of enemies in this game. You probably noticed that, and I've been taking advantage of it. But there's a lot of enemies in this game that just... There's a lot of enemies in this game that just die in water. They're, like, the Zophos are the only thing that don't die instantly in water. But you guys have probably been noticing that, like, I've been taking advantage of that throughout the playthrough, of just dumping enemies in water to avoid combat and make combat be less strenuous. At this point in the game, we don't need to worry about that whatsoever, but at least at that point... excuse me. At least at that point, it was much easier to do. Wood sword cuts wood tree into bundles of wood. What sense does that make? Also, just realized that besides our Boko shield, we're using all the wood stuff from the wood trial in the forest. I just gotta chill my spine. I just love this place in the game. I love, like, the area we're in. Also, back to the lightning arrows. I'm coming. I'm a-coming. Duck! Slice him. Good job. I've heard him, yeah. Okay. Been hunting forever. Is he obsessed with monsters that hurt? They say he does all kinds of hair-raising research with them and came up with a bunch of strange stuff as a result. I'd love to meet him at least once to see if the rumors are true, but he's hard to track down. Apparently he shows up after dark where you least expect him. Could be anywhere in the world. But mark my words, I will find him someday. Alright. Thankfully she's not a side quest. She's just an NPC. What could NPCs have? Or generic NPCs? Only the important ones get to say, hey, go do this thing for me. And I say, okay, here I go. And then you run flailing your arms behind you trying to do it. I'm doing the thing. Oh, hi guys. Here, go play with him. I'm not gonna lie, I love that this is that we found this out together. This is probably the best way to kill groups of enemies, is just hurl them at each other. Did you just blow up all that goo with your goo mass? No, my goo! Anyway, we should get a ping for a shrine somewhere over here. Also, I need to have things open so I can get a proper read on where stuff is. Where is... There it is. Let's see. Okay, well I gotta be getting close. My mark... Oh! It's a hidden one. Okay, I know what this is. This is the castle one. So yeah, we'll probably be seeing Cass a lot more often now. Now we're closing in on this region of Hyrule. Like before, he just told us mysteries about getting treasures, if anything like that at all. But more toward the west coast of Hyrule, he's going to be here a lot more often as a, hey, I've heard about a riddle out here. Would you like to know it? And then he'll tell you the riddle. Ah, Cass. Where would many adventurers be without you, eh? Anyway, I'm going to come up there and talk to you, big guy. Hi! Oh, did not hear you approach. I was lost in the song of my late teacher. He passed away several years ago. As you see, this is quite the last song he taught me. Excuse me, I fear I may have gotten carried away. Nostalgia will do that to a person. I know a song about this place. Would you like to know, hear the ancient verse passed down through the region? Excellent. Without further ado. Do you think the rings in the song refer to these oddly shaped rocks? What of the shrine? There's a mystery to be covered here, and that's for sure. And I get the feeling that the truth is beyond my wildest imagination. May light illuminate your path. Okay, so pretty much the whole mystery is you have to shoot an arrow at an angle that will hit 2 of these. Now I can already see one right here. But yeah, just like, if any 2 can connect, you can do it. But I see one right here. I'm going to aim up high a little bit. Boop! Oh, was that not it? Huh, too far away then. But you can get a little... I think I did, like, not really cheese this one, but I think I, like, got really lucky with my personal placement of my character. Because... It's difficult... it's not going to hit there. It's difficult because, you know, you can shoot through either way. Oh, wait. What's this? Okay, don't make this one too far away. This is lined up perfectly. Aim up a little bit. I shot through it. Do I have to use a regular arrow? Maybe I didn't quite clear it. Okay, I shot through 2. Game, what's your deal? Oh, now it worked. I don't know what I did different from the last time, but I've been running around for about 5 minutes trying to shoot these in, seeing which one actually works. And then I came back to the one I was just at, and it's like, oh, yeah, now that works. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, too. Sorry, I have to stick a fork in you. What? Nothing? The 2 rings. Is it like the 2 towers? Anyway. So let's put our blue mark here. This is the last shrine we're going to do in this area. But man... We're going to go through here quick. I'm actually a little upset. We're going to go through this Hyrule Ridge Island really quickly. Even though we're running on foot. It's still going to be quick. Although, I think there is a fun little minigame around here that I could look for. I'll peek down to the canyon once we get back out here. But there is a fun little minigame you can do out here if you got a little bit of time to burn and think you're good at a certain sport. Alright. Now, Cass, what was this pain in the ass shrine you had to help me get? Oh, no. Ha, 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 ha. Sadness flows through my veins. Alright. I should say, this particular shrine quest, it's not as bad as I'm making it seem. But the whole premise is you're flipping platforms. And that one's going to go rolling off. Yep, I'll let it go. The whole premise of this is you have 2 platforms here. And you're basically rolling these blocks off. But here's the thing. how this works in the end is that each block must go to its own individual platform. So let's see. I have an idea. Stepping on this will do that. So I'm going to freeze that, get over here and hit this. Wow, it's actually a lot easier than the first time I did it, to be honest. Stasis solves everything, guys. All my belly aching for nothing. Anyway, this. So head over here, because this is where your treasure chest is for this area. It's right back here. And then the switch to oh. Well, it's nice to know you. Bye, asshole. Thunderblade. Thunder, thunder, thunder. Come back, please. Oh, God, I'm stuck. I guess that's what I get for trash talking my thing. Anyway. Goddamn, you see all these weapons? God damn it. And there's the master sword. God damn it. Anyway, we're actually going to pull this out, because this is probably our weakest weapon, considering the battle axe. Because I talked about this in the previous part, the ancient proficiency on our armor. Go a few more right. The ancient proficiency basically gives like an 80% boost to all damage you deal on your gear. So even though that ancient battle axe says only 30 damage, it's closer to, oh boy, I'm bad with percentages. Well, it said 80, so 20% of that divided by 5. It's really just 20. It's really 55 damage. Yeah. So yeah, that ancient battle axe is actually doing 55 damage to 30. As long as we're wearing the set of armor, though. But in the not so far future, we will finally be ditching this armor for my preferred playstyle. In the not far off year of today. Hey, any place, anytime in the future can be any time. It can be at a seconds or years. Technicalities will bite you in the ass one day. Amazing, isn't it? Well, we've already done this. Let's head down. Sorry, amazing isn't it? That's the first thing I say. I don't know. It's just I can't help but be blown back by this game and what it is, because I mean, look at it. Really, just take it all in. Even if you don't have the game or don't have a way to play the game, and are living vicariously through mine or others' playthroughs, I mean, you just gotta stop and you gotta look at the game. I mean, this definitely isn't Nintendo. I mean, this is Nintendo's first party attempt. Also, hold up. Hi, Hawk. Okay, no, nothing. I thought there was gonna be a Deku thing hanging from below bridge. But no, like, this is not Nintendo's like first console. I guess not their first open world game they've had, but this is Nintendo's first party completely open world adventure since technically the original NES Legend of Zelda, because that technically was open world. But remember, open world was just a thing of a victim of circumstance, kind of. You go, Rock. I feel like there's Hinox or something down there, but I don't want to go look. Oh, plus it's also like in another territory technically. I could go look if I was that curious, but I'm not anymore. I've unfortunately kind of hit a point where I'm not super curious about stuff. I guess it's not a super bad thing, but I mean, you you gotta give me a little bit of credit, by the way. Considering that, you gotta consider that I went from doing my first playthrough of this game to turning around 1 week later and starting up this series. Because I wasn't sick of this game and I wanted to do it again. That just speaks volumes about a game. Like, I guess that was just the same thing I had with Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Then again, that's like my favorite game of all time, and I could probably sit down and spin a tale about how to do it, how to play that game on the dot. But anyway, sorry, I'm also going to keep my eye out on the prains on the prairie right now because we're going to be seeing some horses we'll need to capture and bring back to a certain stable master. Which actually, while I'm thinking of it, let's go ahead and get his quest up here. But we're not going to get that horse quite yet today. So everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, and tune in next time when we will see a cutscene and get a horse. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great rest of your day.